Championship is underway. Match week 1 is done and dusted. Albion beat Norwich, obviously, because we're going to win the league. As everybody knows, and everyone should know if you're not aware, we are going to win the league. We're on an unbeaten title charge. 100% win record this season for James Morrison's superb West Bromwich Albion side. However, this week, plenty more games. Can't really judge how teams are going to do based on match week 1. So, again, it's probably going to be completely wayward, these predictions, but I'll do my best. Let's go! Kicking off straight away with Blues versus Bristol City in the BCFC derby. Bristol City lost 2-0 to Mill, which, again, you can't really be that disheartened about. Scuba La, I wouldn't be calling for his sacking just yet. And Blues with a disappointing draw at the Blades. Not ideal, because Chrissy Davis is going to be sacked in the next 2 days. Fingers crossed, because he's a melt. Anyway, Bristol City seem to be signing the whole of League One. Toloi, Ballard, Super Sam Tickle in goal, and it looks like they could be putting a little bit of a Reyes Cleary, which a very, very good signing, much better than Sam Greenwood, I may say. Blues, they'll be a lot more aggressive at home against the Bristol City side that just lost. I think they will win, but it could be a draw. I don't think Bristol City are going to win at all. It's going to be a Blues win or a draw. I'm going to go. It's going to be 3-1 Blues. Tolo is going to score early on, and then Prisk is going to get a brace, and Vicente is going to score for the Blues. And the second of 3 12:30 kickoffs on Saturday is Lincoln versus Portsmouth. Lincoln went up early doors thanks to obviously an Adam Reach goal, because he's just one of the greatest players to ever strut this division and this country for that matter. Portsmouth are losing to QPR, which I didn't actually expect. Did not see that coming. I thought Portsmouth at home would be quite solid. Speaking of solid at home, I think Lincoln are going to pick up a few points at home this season. I think it's a difficult place to go. I still think they're going to go down, but if they're going to get anything, it's going to be at home. Again, I'm not really sure how to predict this one. It could be a 3-0 Portsmouth, and it just solidifies the fact that Lincoln are absolutely dog. Or Lincoln could pick up a cheeky little 1-0, and you think, maybe they're not as bad as everybody expects. That said, I think Lincoln are going to win 1-0. Didn't look awful against Borough. I only watched highlights, but for a newly promoted team back in the Championship, have they ever been in the Championship? I'm not actually 100% sure. I don't think they have. We'll have to fact check it. But I think they're going to get a little 1-0, and Freddie Draper is going to bag for them. Millwall versus Norwich. Two sides with contrasting starts to the season. A 2-0 win at Ashton Gate, just mentioned for Millwall, which is a good result as it goes. Unfortunately, though, for Norwich, they came up against James Morrison's West Bromwich Albion side, which are not really going to lose any games this season, as we've already spoken about. I don't think Norwich are going to get anything from this either. Going to the Den, if Aziz is going to still be there on the weekend, but if they keep him for the season, I'm going to have to revise my predictions, because I feel like I put them just missing out on playoffs or finishing 8th. Either or isn't happening if Femi Aziz stays. It's a very good little team. Caleb Taylor, please come back. Please. He won't, but I'd love it. Norwich didn't look too bad, despite losing 2-1. We did get quite lucky. It was a bit of a smash and grab with the hand of Erna Hegebe. But they've got quite a few injuries as well. Two of the best managers in the league up against each other at the Den. I'm going to go for 2-1 Millwall. Torres going to bag, because that's just what he flipping does. Didn't against us though. Unlucky Mo. Going to go for a little Josh Coburn brace. Coburn brace, Torre, 2-1 Millwall. First 3 o'clock kickoff of the week is Blackburn versus Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough, nervy start thanks to an Adam Reach bagsman moment for Lincoln, and for Blackburn, absolutely unreal result against Wolves, where they actually didn't look bad. I've had them to go down, as many people have, because, as it says in the right wing's name, more shit. No, but seriously, they aren't great. If they stay up, it's going to all be thanks to Toth in goal, or a little bit of magic from Todd Cantwell. Yeah, we won't do that. Anyway, I think Middlesbrough are probably going to pummel them. I think if any team's going to pummel them, it's going to be Middlesbrough. It'll be from home. I think Lancashire, absolute bagsman. Everyone knows he's a bagsman. Everyone knows he's probably going to be in and amongst it for the Golden Boot. And I don't see that changing. They look really good. Obviously only 2-1 against Lincoln, but look at that team. I mean, I know that's not probably what they are going to play. One player against Lincoln that I didn't think was great, Rawley McGree. Questionable performance from him. But I think Hellberg's Borough boys are going to be victorious. I'm going to go 2-0 Borough. Derby versus the new boys Cardiff City, who I did watch on Monday night against Wrexham. Kiefer Moore dagger, unfortunately, because it's inevitable in Cardiff. Kiefer Moore will bag. Derby with a 2-1 loss to Charlton, which I didn't see come in. I really do quite rate Derby. A lot of people have got them in and amongst it in the playoff picture. And a lot of people, not many people have Cardiff to go down, and I don't think they will go down, but that's solely down to Brian Barry Murphy, who I really rate as a manager. But as a squad, that is very, very average. Very, very average. Trott didn't look too bad against Wrexham. I think he'll be a big part to play. As for Derby, it's the opening day. Anything can happen. I think they'll be absolutely fine. They'll still be on track to what many have predicted them to do. Carlton Morris, utter bagsman, as we all know, at this level. Very, very questionable there. I think Mowat will probably start, get Mowat into the team. He's what Travis should have been, a lot of Derby fans are saying. I really rated the signing of Lewis Travis when they made him last season. Not incredible, but I think Alex Mowat's going to step up to the stage. That's a Stromming goal. Hell of a player. How Forsaw's still knocking about, I don't know, but I think they'll be fine against Cardiff. I think it'll be 3-1 to Derby County. Preston Wolves, disappointing start for both. 2-2 with Blackburn for the Dingles, which they didn't look incredible. They had the potential to be, but they didn't look superb. I think they'll probably win the league still, but yeah. Bolton beating Preston though. Ooh, Preston looked absolutely awful. It's not a very good team, is it? It's not. It just screams 16th. They're not going to go down, are they? But it's really, really, really bang average. I don't rate Osmojic one bit as a bloke or as a player. Bergzorg, I think, is just about as average a championship signing as you can make, aside from Carlin Grant for Charlton. But I think he'll be all right there. They're lucky they've got Heckingbottom as manager, because not a bad manager in himself. Peixoto, whatever you call him, the Wolves manager. Unproven. It didn't look incredible against Blackburn Wolves. But again, he looks absolutely unreal for Lopez, who was out on loan at Celta Vigo last season. Andre, how he's still here at this level, I don't know. Same goes with Trippier. Mane, he looked a bit lazy at times, I will say that, but he's obviously got the ability. Gomez, great player. Armstrong, great player. It's just squad for squad. They absolutely pummel them. And I think it's going to be... Let's go 4-0 Wolves. 4-0 Wolves. They're going to absolutely pummel them. And people are going to go, right, they actually are very good. Monetzi, though, despite scoring, I really don't rate him as a player. That he is the least controlling midfielder. He's just a nut job, isn't he? He just runs about doing absolutely niche. Might pop up with a goal, but not a fan of him as a player. 4-0 Wolves. Bolton versus QPR. Two sides that had an absolutely super start to the season. 3-1 away win for QPR. This man, the man that's got over 200 appearances for them, the Moroccan magician, Ilias Chair. What a little player he is. He was injured most of last season, but he's back with a bang. Goal and 2 assists for him. Was it 2 goals and an assist? I don't know, but he's a great player nonetheless. Burrell, Bagsman, Saito and Poku. Let's ignore what these are doing here, what FOTMob are trying to predict the team. They've got a really good team, QPR, and I really rate them. But I tell you what, I weren't familiar with the Wanderers. I weren't familiar with Thierry Gale. He looked a blur and a half. And they looked actually really good as a team. And like McAtee's linked with a move away. I think there's quite a few players that link with moves away. But Illing Jr. coming in. No comment on that. No comment on that. But he's got good potential. David Watson. The man at Kilmarnock. Good in career mode anyway. But I'm going to go on a little hot take here. I think Bolton are going to win 3-1. I think they're going to get 6 points from 6, and people are going to think, shit, Bolton. And then they'll end up finishing like lower mid-table, 17th. But that's just a complete guess, though. That's not based on anything. I just don't really. It's the start of the season. You can't really tell where games are going to go, and go for it. 3-1, Bolton Wanderers. Saints versus Stoke City, a proper Barclays 2014 fixture. The only problem being is they both just lost 2-1 to more later Barclays teams, Watford and Swansea. Poor starts for both of them, especially the fraud that is Tonda Eckert and Southampton. Stoke, it's just Stoke, innit? They're never going to do anything special. Apart from the fact they've got Super Mark Robbins at the wheel, who is a fantastic manager. Ethan Galbraith's homecoming weren't incredible at Swansea, but again, it's just a decent team, isn't it? Ingleson, Rigo, Galbraith, good little trio there. Wilmot at right back, surely that's not happening. I'd hope not anyway. Yeah, I didn't watch the Swansea game, but where is this going to go? I'm going to go for 2-0 Southampton. I think it's going to be back-to-back losses for Stoke, and it's going to be a little bit nervy, but they'll be fine. They'll finish mid-table. It's Stoke, they always do. I hope it isn't 2-0 Southampton, because I really just despise the man that is Tonda Eckert. But what can you do? 2-0 Southampton. Up the Swans. Up the Swans. Swansea versus the Blades. Whoo. Windows ticking on, and I'm still seeing Vippy up top. Oh, he might end up staying, and if he does, they'll probably end up going to sneak into the top 8 and get playoffs and get promoted, and then 2 seasons later get Europe and then be the best team in Welsh history. But I'm really liking what they're building. I'm loving the transfers. Vigouroux's an absolute plur in goal. How old is he now? 32. He's turning 33 in November. He's getting on a bit. Or Lawrence, but he's a great player and he's crucial to this team, as is Timon, as is Vipe, Cabango, Capitan. Big fan of the team at Swansea, big fan of Matos. And as for the Blades, yeah, it's just a sad sight, isn't it? It's not a very nice team to look at. There's not much else I can actually say on it. It's just a shame how far they've fallen. But it's not a shame because they've got Callum O'Hare and Chris Wilder, who are probably like famine more than both of them. So we're going to go for a win for Swansea here. 2-0 at the Swansea.com Stadium for the Swans. Irons! West Ham versus Charlton, a little London derby in the Championship this early on. Ooh, big fan of that. Ooh, West Ham. They look good. It was 2-2. And yeah, they bottled it. Zian Fleming just locked in for a little bit and they bottled the win against Burnley. But, come on, man. Excluding the midfield two of Kante and Orford, this team is a joke. You got Pirot to come in, so they could be potentially operating a front four of Solomon, Bowen, Castellanos and Joel Pirot. Good back four at this level. Sorry, incredible back four at this level. It's just the midfield that needs sorting out. Engels is in, of course, but I think they need 1 or 2 more midfield signings to really solidify the fact that they're a joke of a team. Charlton beat Derby. Did not see that coming, though. They looked all right, again. I watched the highlights. Surprising, but yeah, it's early days. You can't really tell. I do still have them to go down with Blackburn and Lincoln. I think West Ham are going to absolutely muller them. I'm going to go 3-0 to the Irons. They got Nuno and that team in the Championship. It's like some out of career mode. It's an absolute joke. It's not fair on everyone else. Connor Coventry's homecoming, though. Conference League winner. Yeah. Bash. Wrexham versus Watford up next. Wrexham with a Kiefer Moore dagger. And may I just say straight away that Daniel Imre Jr., you, my friend, are a fantastic little player. Wish we still had you, mate. God bless, but wow. What a player he is. Kiefer Moore bagsman at this level, as we all know. And Watford, wow. To beat the Spies like that. And I do have to apologise to Mr. Iker Bravo, who, let's have a look at his goal scoring record. It's not very pretty, is it? It's absolutely dreadful, if anything. But he bagged against the Saints, and it was a good goal. It was a good goal. I don't expect it at all. Cipriano, shithouse, proper player. They've got a good team, Watford. I don't think they're going to do very well, but they've got a lot to love. Bravo, if he keeps doing decent shit, then I might have to owe him a massive apology. And Eduardo Bove, again, heel of a player. But that being said, back to earth, Wrexham and, unfortunately, Anthony Patterson. You're dreadful, mate. I think if they had a Conqueror in goal, they probably would have beat Cardiff. But what can you do? A free kick from Colwill that he should have saved. But I'm going to go Wrexham 2, Watford 0. Ooh, baggy! Guys, we're so back. We are so back. We're actually winning it all. Look at that team. Oh my God. Only one problem. We've got no midfielders that can pass. These are views of my own and none of the club, of course. But we got no midfielders that can pass the ball very well, in my humble opinion. Burnley salvaging a draw with the Irons on the opening day, thanks to a masterclass from him, Zian Fleming, who, as of recording, Everton are very interested. So we'll see how that pans out. Nicky Hayen, Tom Garrett said on the pyramid, he's just a fan of his aura. I don't know what he means. He's got... I think he did anyway. It might have been on about Nicky. I can't remember, but I remember thinking, watching the game, Hayen, yeah, aura. It just screamed out at me. Burnley, good team again, but I've put them down to finish 14th. Upon reflection of the squad, I think that might be very, very harsh. Very, very, very harsh. But you've got to say things in prediction shows at the start of the season because you never know what's going to happen. But I do know one thing for certain, and it's that Jimmy J. Morgan is getting the golden boot this season. There's no debate. Absolute unbelievable player. So have a look at the insights here. Last home win against Burnley was 4-0 in November 2016. And I'm trying to think about that game and I can't picture it in my head. I can remember the 4-0 when we had Brownie Day, but that was 2015 or 2014 or 15. 94, 95, 96, 95, 94. But I think we're going to win again and I'm going to be there to celebrate it. I think it's going to be the Albion to get a 3-2 win over Burnley. I think Fleming's going to bag a brace again and then get his move to Everton, and he's just got 4-2 back at this level. But a brace from Jimmy J. Morgan and a fantastic throw. I mean, finish from Higibut. Now, let's give Diakite a goal. 2 for Morgan, 1 for Diakite. Albion to batter Burnley. 3-2. And that is it. They are my predictions based on absolutely nothing, in all fairness, because it's match week 2 and you can't really predict the championship. Absolutely anything happens. You can't go off the opening day results and you can't go off the squad. It's just got to be a complete guess. So I don't want anyone in the comments going, oh, you predicted Watford to do this. Yeah, because you can't really... You've just got to guess. It's game week 2 of the championship, mate. Anything can happen and anything will happen. None of these are going to be correct. But thank you all for tuning in. Please subscribe. This is the third video on the channel. Third video on the channel. And it's going to be a long, hard season for everybody other than the Albion because we're going to win everything. All the best.